In every blessing is a curse. In every blessing is a curse. One of the principles in our growth of my head, and in every curse there's a blessing. Now, one of the principles in our growth, and I don't always hold and strong. I don't always believe in. I have always worked with it. And it has helped me a lot. It has helped me a lot, especially when I'm facing challenges. I don't really focus on the challenges. I worry about the blessing that will come from. So it encourages me to work. It encourages me to push. It encourages me to just continue to do me. It's another find this another wonderful day. And the segment right now is Allo Toridey. Allo Toridey, for those who they know, now that segment where we get together, we talk about things that really happen for community. We say we do it twice every week. We did it on Monday. We were supposed to do it on Thursday, but I was a little bit busy, so we decided to do it on Friday nights, and then we'll do them again for Monday. And then, like I said, we're going to do it twice a week, either on a Monday or a Tuesday, or on a Thursday and a Friday. But once or twice, no, twice a week. If we just talk about things that happen, it will be more like a news segment. So it will be more like that news segment. We will just talk about things that did happen. More breaking down. So today we'll talk about Akere Muna and Mendoki. They be there for Constitutional Council. We'll talk about Akamunya whom we died for Arizona, 43-year-old whom we died for Arizona. He won for her, so they come to the cops where they almost decompose. We'll talk about Stephanie Tum. For those who they do online where they follow industry, she's been going back and forth with some group of persons. We'll talk what happened and then we'll give our opinion. I'll be one of those persons where since that crisis started for 2016 till now, it always be not against, but so many ideas in there about the whole thing I never ever agree with. And this is close to 9 years, and things are slowing down, things are getting better. But the question I ask myself now, the people the way they really be involved, especially the one the way they give orders, means of certain kind of outrageous things that happen, do they owe us an apology? We'll talk about that. Okay, we'll talk about a situation where it will almost be similar to Camto situation. I know it's Apple Camto. Some people they feel like say minister want play Camto card on A2. We'll talk about that one. We'll talk about NVT 2025, where it happen next week. It start next week. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Oroko convention where it will happen to next week for the same place where NVT they happen. The Oroko convention. We'll talk about them also. We had rumors about a comedian we die just because that people they make posts about some popular female young comedian they see don't die, blah blah blah. And then so other person they can't debunk her after, oh you know what dies, they find this and that. So we'll talk about that one also. Now, one other thing I want to talk about today is the rise of love for culture. You see so many persons wanting to showcase their culture. People they need shame again will say our country chop na plantain and pepper, our country chop na plenty fufu country small jama our country, like people are so proud of who they are, people are so happy about who they are showcasing everywhere, they are pushing everywhere, they are talking about them, they are celebrating them. Might check volume how they so I want to talk about where is this love all of a sudden, this crazy love for culture, where is it coming from? Why now? Why now? Which did happen? We'll talk about the rise of culture. Another thing I want to talk about also. Now. Mike Monster just come up with drop a song. Title with a song Adulthood. We'll talk about Mike Monster and we'll talk about that song. Might make sure so.
They are talking about them. They are
Okay, might make sure see. Now give me 1 second, I beg.
So I want to talk about the rise of culture.
Okay, I think we are good. So yeah, we'll talk about Mike Monster, and then another soft topic I want to talk about. So many strong women for community. You notice there is this group of women who are not married. They probably get picking them. but then we see them actually doing wonderful things in the community, traveling all around and making things happen, doing successful things, doing things that so many people are proud of. I don't start to ask myself, like, what did happen? I see when woman they married, they are caged or something like that, or what did happen? Why this when they see woman they married, they do almost similar thing with this woman they not married, or we they not married, or they not married and they divorced. Like single women, we see them do, yeah. And then yeah, we'll end up with the. However, like I talk, the Tory for today, Tory for today say in every blessing is a curse, and in every curse is a blessing. Yeah, I grew up with that ideology for my head. I grew up with those principles that in everything that looks good, there is something funny in there somewhere. So be careful. And in everything that looks really really bad, look very well. Some beautiful thing there inside. Mommy be they always say this, and if you ever use the example for see bitter leaf, if you just at first sight, at first taste, it's bitter and kind of like right, but then when it comes from boulet and other stuff, you're like, damn. And it's not only that; it's even medicinal. You understand? If you look at honey, if you look how they go find honey, that bees and they are around there and things are like that. uh if you just go look like up, you'll fear, oh, it don't sting me, oh, this that. But if you struggle break through that honey, then sweet, you go get that juice. It's so sweet, it's so good, it's medicinal. So Nasara always grew at the look life, always looking at life like it's a two-edged sword, right? There's the beautiful side and there's the bad side. So you choose how you want to use it. You want to use it on the beautiful side, or you want to use it on the bad side. Now they told that for today. In every blessing is a curse, and in every curse there's a blessing. Even in humans, you understand. You see, so one person, so other person they appreciate it, so other person like it, so other person love you, so other person be like, oh, the man, this, that, but you see, other person they talk so negative about them. Yeah, because for this person they get at the persona, for this other person they get at the other persona. And if we start look life for me, if we start look life that way, you realize you start so many things in the way you just start right and you off start be like, maybe that's not my own relationship do we, so yeah, maybe with different person and things like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the thing that happen today for community. One of the trending thing for, especially for social media today for our community. Now, Constitutional Council they are meeting today with Akere Muna and a team. And for Akere Muna, a team will get some person like Michelle Ndoki. Now, wait till Akere Muna they go do again for Constitutional Council. They go petition Constitutional Council for challenge Bia a candidature. For challenge, say Bia not be fit enough. How can people wanting to vote for someone when they need see be existing, like that kind of lawyer, that kind of argument them, they'll get their facts, they'll get their wait, they'll take a one argue and all of that. They carry the case going for Constitutional Council, even though most of the time people they complain say Constitutional Council na Cameroon government na Bia this that. I still don't understand why people that carry Muna they see carry things that they go for day. Because at the end of the day, if you're actually taking things like that to the Constitutional Council, it means you technically validate the Constitutional Council for be credible enough. If you take case go for the minute in Georgia, it means you think they be credible. But funny enough, when they judge a case, they don't give you the verdict one time. Now that's how you start hearing people start to complain. Yeah, so Kere Muna and a group of other lawyers they actually take some petition, go for Constitutional Council, say they feel like Bia not be credible enough for run for election. One of them, Michelle Ndoki, even talk about how Bia a woman, no be Cameroonian. Say he made them proof, made they show you nationality, made they show you proof for nationality, no be Cameroonian, and make some argument for this. So, oh, and according to constitution, law doctor say if you are woman, no, it not be so you know if you really want to so by that they feel like it not be qualified enough for be candidates. Things the way sometimes it make me laugh because we already know the situation for the country. We already know who they run things. We already know who they make decisions and how decisions are being made. So when persons that come up with things like that, I don't know if it's just to waste our time or they just try to prove some point for the opposite party. for the regime, that kind of like, oh, they, when I consider we, because when I not consider we will continue to bring on a headache like this. Yeah. But at the end of the day, too, I like the fact Akere Muna and the team they do, because I have so much love and respect for Akere Muna, by the way. For me, I feel like if any Cameroonian ever vote for any person will be older. I mean, person them. If you want to talk about Bello Buba Magari, them, Chiruma, them, Kamtu, and all of that, the person any vote any person with that age category, they should vote Akere Muna for me. So yeah, that was what took them to the Constitutional Council. But as usual, and I know it will happen. No, Constitutional Council will just probably just don't for they listen, and then after just tell and say, bro, or all those thing they don't make sense. I see some man post today say, wow, Bia CPDM lawyers they really be intelligent because they win all their cases. The other story we'll get for today, sad one though, some 43-year-old woman from Arizona, he lost his life. Unfortunately died for house E1. 43-year-old woman. You started asking yourself, is she not married? Was she not married? Is she not dating? Any even do can will stay like why was someone sitting in their house and even die by themselves? And it was just crazy. It was just crazy. I watched the video shared by my brother. Let me see. The way some other woman they cried, they complained, even one alleged this scene that a husband did that. Like, you know how life they know when that kind of thing don't happen, people will attribute them for whoever they want to attribute them. People they be bitter about maybe some person you need to act right about the woman. Now the thing will make this one news for me now the fact say maybe the first person the way it die for our community inside the other time will bury some woman too for a year. We it would now so it would die for house. You start to ask yourself what did happen. I say the people, but at the end of the day, if you stay one, you stay one. If you just finish make corner so as you put the phone for that, something happen, you palm, you don't go you. But again, we community need to remember. Say there is so many things, especially in this technology age, where you fit get out for your house, especially where you stay you one, where you be connected to a system where if something want to hold you, so if you just only press as a small button, it is just alarm saying you don't under the kind of situation, under the kind of duress. It is just alarm fire department or whoever or wait, and then if you actually get you help, if you have sometimes if you help get there 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even 20 minutes, or even 30 minutes, if you actually save you. So more remove that mindset of wanting to live like we're still in the village, we're still wanting to act like we're living in those, I don't know, in those old days. No, technology exists. If you still you one, make sure say you get one of these app them. You understand? One of the app the way it even it be connected or it be connected to your heartbeat, or you get one of these watch them where you wear them, it be connected, it read your heartbeat and this and that. Some kind of thing they happen. If it triggers an alarm system way, if it get you help. More encourage our friends, our family members the way they live by themselves, especially for diaspora. Arizona is crazy hot like Texas. Believe say all these persons say once and so now maybe heat stroke or some kind of thing don't hold them way they do for that kind of place. Only them before the one it don't really happen. Now the funny thing about how my own for Arizona, I say they can meet up you with already the one decomposed. I don't know how long it would take if somebody passed before they get to that level where they want to start rotting. I think it will be like at least 1 or 2 days or maybe 3 days. So are you telling me, get that really kind of close space way for morning time? If 5 hours pass, you never call or you never post for Facebook or you never text or nothing, the person feel calling. When I say the person call and the person be like, maybe you don't go, and then just shadow you for like 2 to 3 days. Or I just say we community there for that way where people don't really care about others. They just live their life and they go there for fun. If they not hear from you, they not get a time until maybe someone can announce, oh, I want to go for a house, I go see for down, or I want to go for a house, we go see you don't fall for bedroom or whatever before they start the complain. But yeah, for the 3-year-old, apparently she did not have any kid. Apparently she had someone, I don't know if they were married or they were just staying, but the man was probably not that faithful. Because yes, some man they complain for background. Oh, you wicked man, did that, you leave woman, you go be 6 months, you go be did that. Stress and stress and stress. Now if you don't like licky with that woman, it happened for Arizona. Now so now probably go funny or whatever it will start happen. For see me the same comes back home. The other story will happen for community where the trend now Stephanie Tum. For those who don't know, Stephanie Tum now one of the biggest Cameroonian movie producers or movie directors or even actress. Now one of those persons for community who have so much love and respect for her for what she's doing. Any man fee pretend for help community, but some very few people will be very intentional about how they do them, and they know they do them consistently for some long time. One of that person is Stephanie Tum. Um, don't produce so many movies, don't act in so many movies, don't direct so many projects, don't invest millions upon millions upon millions of her hard-earned money in movies. So apparently, one of her movies we did for YouTube, some TV station for Bamenda download them and then play them for their TV station. And then when he come out and try for call out this TV station, you know how people then they know, probably family members, friends, and blah blah. Get out, you move for talk with you, get out down a movie. They say no man no get time for watch them. You know, even glad say they take your movie, go put them for TV stations, so people for Bamenda don't see them and things like that. It's crazy. Our community is crazy. You guys don't even know how much she spent on that movie. You guys are not even thinking about if she has made the money or not. And the truth I say, if they even reach out to me formally, maybe for tell they say, okay, probably not when I download and I go broadcast them. You understand? Forgive them so small condition. Okay, when I want broadcast them, when I make sure so when I put advert day, so they feel pay we and this is more kind of way than the way for fees and make even as some small money because they broadcast them, but no, they not do and then the TV station did not even reach out to her formally, as in send her an email, a professional email, do things professionally, do things formally, apologizing for what you've done, and then maybe even make suggestions on how you want fix the problem. They did not do any of that. They just went on social media and wrote whatever they wrote. Oh, we are sorry. We were trying to promote your movie. These people are crazy. These people are crazy, I'm telling you. So you take money project, you go broadcast them, and then the man want talk, you can't write how we will be struggle for promote it. Now why don't you take a full project without the authorization, you go put them for some side? I don't blame them. I didn't blame our filmmakers them. I didn't blame our producers them, especially the one they be there before this generation. Because if they had set a very, very good footprint, as in if you copyright a person, you end up in jail or you pay millions for copywriting. No man for made that mistake. No man for made that mistake. That's just the truth. And that's how chaotic our community is today, because so many things that go with brush under the carpet, we tolerate so many things. I tell people every day and every time, one of the strengths of America, the biggest way to make America laws them, and how way they respect those laws, and how way the people they give interpret and they interpret like now the foundation of America, the day where America will put a constitution for corner. I want to do things because I be Nasako or you be John or you be now it will be the end. And for me, I feel like if any community get will develop, if any community get will move past which way they did, their laws get will be intact, and then respect for that laws, and people they get will be put in place with their owner for how they call them, police they do them for uphold the law, for make sure say every person they respect that law. So Stephanie Tum, when I saw the post and I see how people were bashing her, disrespecting her, on top of the fact that they don't copyright film and use them, I just laughed. But I made a comment and I say, hey, Mama, if these people if you come out, can't tell you say, hey, because of this mistake we'll make them for the next 10 years, for ameliorate things or for appease you, for the next 10 years we'll do promotion for you for any project you get them for free. You understand? If they know if you come out with something, bro, mama, sister, go in. Yeah, go take money. Yeah, they get money. If they get TV station, they get money. That's one thing that is setting. If they don't get money, maybe they close down the place. They give you the license to the place and everything. People should be very, very careful with what the way they go about things. Take for instance, a person like me. take my camera, take my time. Sometimes when I see 1 minute video for Toridey, sometimes when I see 2 minutes video for Toridey, that 2 minutes video, we use 6 hours for shoot them. We invest 6 hours for shoot that video. And then come back for editing. Move the one, cut the one, move the one, move. It can be for that 2 minutes or that 1 minute 30 seconds when I see them. Unless your person go just video, take it that 1 minute 30 seconds. After another 1 minute 30 seconds, go do any kind of change 1,000. Life need to work that way. Life may work that way. People should learn to do things professionally. It is only the professional way of doing things we will help our community grow. And that's the reason why so many people feel attacked by Samuel Eto'o, feel challenged by Samuel Eto'o, feel like Samuel Eto'o is strong-head or Samuel Eto'o na disorder. No, this is one person in our community, one leader in our community who wants to just do things the right way. Simple as possible. Mark Breeze, you say you don't resign, fine play. Will you send the this now for later for this thing? Me, she reach out to you, say, no, Mark Breeze never resign. Okay, problem no day. We'll take back our letter. So now the situation now is Stephanie too. Now, there's this topic I've always wanted to have, especially because they say wound finish with the scan finish, and thank that scar for that wound day for day. Sometimes it daily see the pain still day, because every time you look at the scar, it reminds you of the wound, it reminds you of what you went through, it reminds you of the pain you had because of that wound, where it leave you that scar. A daily say the wound will be open again fresh. You understand? So wound feel last for 1 week, wound feel last for 1 month. But if the scar stay for them for 100 years, every time you see that scar, it will take you back to that pain. Now, you don't feel the pain 100% like you feel on that day, but this small 10%, 20%, 30%, 70% when you feel them every now and then when you see that scar, guess what it does? It affects you psychologically. And when it affects you psychologically, it affects the people around you, it affects the way you do things, it affects the way you talk to people. Like and that's the reason why we have a community that is so broken. Because you see so many people, the way they grow for their house from small to the big, they never buy the Christmas clothes. So person they used to coach me, so we'll be Bakundu, we'll get peak and this and that. You see the other man that be cautious say maybe come no go. You see the other man that the cautious say oh sell land. You see the other man that the cautious say nyungu people. All these things them. We will look at like maybe they affect you. But now we don't be could know say that thing that affect you psychologically. In as much as for some people, it motivate them for become with you, they come to the very successful persons because they need to be like the way they laugh them. I remember one time my brother Libuta told a story. He shared a story on Toridey about himself coming from Bamenda with far away the ghee maker and give some person for Boya. You understand? And back in the days where you drop for my 17 where you stay you now for maybe for around UB Junction or even for Moliko, instead we will pay that 150 or that 200 for go for no better you work at you with food. That 200, you know, so will help you for school tomorrow. So he carried that a file, work it from my 17 to replace it with the stay maybe for Moliko Day or for UB Junction. Guess what? Every person we see with that file, this thing, that, they laugh. If friend they be see with a classmate, they be see with the file. They start calling that name for school. He tell me, say, bro, that thing broke me down for so long. And I will tell you, so if you look at the man he is today, he worked extremely hard because he needed to surpass that for gain back his pride, for gain back his ego, for gain back everything with that moment so be still away from me. In 2016, we had a situation that escalated, and 9 years later, 8 or 9 years later, we don't see how the situation don't de-escalate. We don't see how the situation die down. It feels like everything is going back to normal. But the question I ask myself now, the people, the way they push these ideas, especially those who they did diaspora, those people they be threatening with, those people the way they be call we, those people they be call we black leg, where they be calling, where they be condemning we. You know, some of them even come on social media, say they don't give list for down day for people that name the this and that. If any man come on a whole lamb, and that's why people they go down there, they the whole people they come here, they do these people owe us an apology. I mean that particular people they did for diaspora. When are they encourage other chaos to go on for our communities between 2016 and now? When are they call themselves leaders? Now they be all the divide position, the one are president, the one are this, the one. Do they owe us a formal apology? Because I see most of them, they don't stop the whole thing. They need to do them again. They know they for the thing again. Most of them know they for the thing again. Most of them now don't come back now, they be Cameroonian. Most of them now they advocate for peace, they advocate for all of that. But is it fair for them to just switch sides without actually putting out a formal apology? Is it fair? Or are they planning to do that? So you host other man mommy, or you give orders, make they beat some my family, they drag them for mud. They even host a person that picking they buy them, they host some money uncle, they buy them, or you give orders when they do some certain kind of thing. Or even if you need to give orders, you used to be for that meeting where that decision they be made. Now you don't realize what you want to do be wrong. What you want to do not fine. It don't make no sense. You don't switch sides. You don't come back for the side of truth. Is it just going to be that quiet, or these people the owe we apology? I feel like whether I like it or not, these are conversations we're supposed to have. If you be part of that person the way between 2016 and now, you be the lead organizations, you be the lead movements, you be the lead Njangi house, you be the lead groups them. When are they encourage the chaos where they happen for our community? The chaos they put people for the pain where they go through and this and that. And you don't decide, you know what, I don't want belong me to for the anymore. Very good. But I feel like you guys owe some of us, especially owe our community, a sincere, open, formal apology. Whether you want to be handwritten or you want to do a video, but it will only be fair for you to come out, talk about the things you want to do and we not fine. If possible, call the names for the people who want to be used to gather for that donga mene, make other decisions for go burn here, for go destroy here, for go destroy here, and then apologize for community. Say, we do this, we beg una forgive we. And then make community now decide, you know what, we don't forgive una come back. Instead of just sneak into the back door or sneak into the window, and the one you can hang around we now, let nothing ever happen. Some of them even promise us hell. Some of them even promise us death. Some of them, as a person come online, tell me, say, you know, ever go back for Kumba. Now they tell you. Because if you go back for Kumba, go make sure. Say, and that is how today never go me. Because you never know. You can't tell me, say, oh no, you don't pass no. Oh, and then you go to bam. So me personally, I feel like these people they involved for the chaos we happen for our community between 2016 and now, where they don't realize what they be doing and be wrong, they don't come back for the side of truth when at the side of Cameroon. I feel like they owe a public apology. Public apology, whether written or spoken or video or whatever. At least apologize for the people they want to hate them. Eto and Kamto situation. So when I know say Fekafood election they come and I think Fekafood already put out communique for say any person who want to run for the election can put in your candidacy and the thing they hot because we expect people to complain about Eto, they will put in their candidature for bid Eto become president of Fekafood and then take the Fekafood do it we they get for do all of a sudden Mr. Minister that man way he want me to overknow you for Cameroon that power way in a do nothing but he want always be for headline he don't come out communicate say Fekafood the electoral process be flawed and for that reason why they suspend them or they do it. However, I don't read the letter, I don't really see play to say it suspend them or anything. You understand? But for some reason, bloggers them, oh, you don't suspend them, oh, they don't do that. And people they wrong with the idea. So many people don't want to talk about them, but I don't want to talk about the team because sometimes it's just boring, man. It's just tiring to just pick out anything. Like we get for explain every situation for people them. Some of these things on a system on people do on a simple research online. You feel just go you online, just Google. How does Fekafood election for president? How does it operate? How does it run? AI will give you all the information you want. I will tell you the bodies they be in charge. It will tell you who they manage them. It will tell you who they organizer and everything. AI will give you a rundown of everything. Who they the validator, whether na CAF or na FIFA, who they the supervise them and all of that. Wait to be ministry role if they get any role for play for Fekafood election. But no, some people don't. Oh, you don't hear that bomb way that happened. Oh, I don't know. I say, bro, you're so ignorant. You're so empty-headed. I don't even want to talk. According to them, minister want do a two with Ataranji do and for Kamto. These are two completely different situations. Ataranji na CPDM, Kamto na Manidem. Na two opposition come them. For the situation for Eto na CPDM. The minister na CPDM. So all man get a person in-house where they rely on and things like that. Now the reason why Eto up to now, he don't be able to stand that minister. He don't be able to challenge the minister. And nothing never happen for you. Nothing no go happen you. Because all them, that people they know savvy their power come out and all of that. So when I see minister right way to way right time, name that they manage the election with Fika food, name that they control them, name that they don't get nothing to do with Fika food election. And this brings us back to which one at the table the other time. Fika food is an autonomous body. Now, not my other two, they say, oh, government get the contract or the deal with Fika food. That whatever deal or whatever contract with Fika food get our government. Any day with Fika food like a Fika food pick the paper, tear it into two, tear it into 100, try for government skin, walk away. Nothing no will happen. Nothing will happen. The worst thing will happen is the government will say, okay, we don't want football again for our country, and they go end soon. I don't know, see Cameroon and the anger that time. When it comes to running football affairs, especially the Association for Cameroon, FECAFOOT is an autonomous body that does everything for themselves. They only report to CAF and report to FIFA. Now, other we're talking for that matter. Now, NVT 2025. Now, for those who don't know, NVT is one of the biggest Cameroonian event the way it happen for diaspora, especially for America. Yeah, it's a soccer event. Now, give me 1 minute. Ambulance. Yeah, NVT is one of the biggest soccer event the way they happen for diaspora. National veteran tournament. It's actually a 35 and older tournament for people the way they exercise every now and then as small groups them. Whether na Arlington, whether na Dallas, whether na Frisco, whether na Allen, whether na Houston, whether na Cincinnati, Ohio, whether na Denton, Ohio, but small Cameroonian groups them from all over. We train all through the year, and then we get one time we would gather. We get one time. Now give me 1 second. It's going to happen for my neighbor. I don't even know. My check.
Okay. Sounds good. So we're all good? Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. So like I been talk NVT, that is actually the biggest Cameroonian event will happen every year, and it will happen the year for Ohio. And if you did task, if you did for the environ or one in Canada, and if you come, na very big event, especially the caliber of people that they come for the event, especially the kind of person that they be there. Now one of that event the way you need only go there for go play soccer, or you need only go there for go enjoy culture, food, and any other thing will happen for day. Now one of that event the way you go for day also because you want to go network, you want to go meet up people, then people like the finest Cameroonians they be for. They remember I said it's NVT. NVT means 35 and above. And it's difficult to see somebody who is 35 and above Cameroonian in the United States who is just not doing anything reasonable, who is not doing something that can benefit you. So for me, I feel like now one of that places we want to go for the for go do it if you do whether not for sports, whether not for network, whether not for entertainment. And the good thing about the event also, and I say every time we MVT they happen for some place, Oroco Cultural Association, they ever get that convention to for that place. So many activities they go on during that time. I remember also last year for Minnesota, there was a show because they always get this to the call I think Village Traders Village or something. I've forgotten the name. But there was some cultural event there that happened, and it was huge. Okay, Minesh Mashasi, I went Fikafoot here the document who lose. Now Fikafoot on a government question, just a question. Yeah, you feel say Fikafoot go want tear the document where you don't know who go lose. When Fikafoot go on, maybe you don't sign the assistant coach them. You don't sign, put the assistant coach them. And Etovis talk say that the 2 billion who don't lost some for court cases the way people they sue we all the time. Now 2 billion that will be sign our own coach with SF. Where it means say they push towards that stability. When we don't get to that play where they sign their coach, sign everything, provide for their players and everything, they go tear that paper through and for government skin. Government no get nothing for do. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. How much government have you bet you say the Fikafoot now so fit manage and run football for Cameroon. The only reason why they see give government that small space, that small, okay, when I take a whole lot because they feel like, okay, if government fit pay for this and pay for this and pay for this, maybe money will be get for use and pay for that thing. If we use and finish what secretariat and stuff like that. If we use that money do other things, that's just the game Fecafoot is playing. But besides that, the day where they don't finish all things, make their money, get their sponsors and everything, because that is one of the things Etofis promised he was going to do as Fecafoot president, for make Fecafoot completely autonomous, as in, because they need to take money for you, you know, if you get C. Now then they finance their whole thing, and then not only then they get C. That way they can easily manage and do things the way they want to do them. So it will happen. So yeah, she asked me if Fecafoot take the paper tear am, what will happen? Nothing no go happen. Before Fecafoot go and take the paper tear am, now because they already know play with the stand. They already know say on our own we fit survive. So yeah, and MVT. I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be in Ohio for enjoy both tournament, for enjoy NVT and for enjoy Oroko convention. I'll be Oroko man. On one of the very first conventions, I want to attend. I intend for document them. Last year I had some wonderful videos and pictures from NVT. Everybody will really enjoy. Everybody will really enjoy my videos that I put out there this year. We plan to do more interviews and things like that. And when NVT they come for 2026 and 2027, I think they will don't be stable enough, we don't be established enough. We will do more things. I have so many ideas. For any person we don't know, NVT gets so much potential. Whether for those where they play or for those where they can do business, or so many things they where people physically do them for just that 4 days and make some crazy amount of money. Last year, I see Minnesota they make about 1.2 million. About 1.2 million from NVT. That's probably the reason why some other group of people they the one who's NVT because they want me. So if you are around the United States, if you there around the United States, if you there around North America, if you even get into if you travel from out of the country, out of the continent, from Africa, from Europe, from Asia, from Australia, if you get where if you travel from there for can witness NVT, do them. Trust me, you know, it's a very, very beautiful tournament. Now, wake up today, and there was this news of this comedian where they say don't die. Some young girl, very, very talented, an Anglophone comedian, but he blend the comedy a little bit with French. So he play that comedy of an Anglophone way did like Douala or Yaoundé. He struggle for talk French, and you know, and that this is something where Francophones they over. Like I remember how I play for Saturday the most of my friends, especially the one day they be the University of Douala, or they be the University of Douala, I be the University of Boya, but all be the play for Saturday the team. They be like when I talk French. They say first of all my accent be funny, and then the way I be talk my French, it was not really that good, but I was so confident about I don't get me time, and that's what I get to do a comedy. By the way, shout out to Akumba Music. That Akumba family, they're actually doing a lot to bring Cameroon together, to blend the Cameroonian cultures and everything. When they do their comedy or their music or anything, you hear English, Pidgin, French, country talk, and everything. Like they actually do everything for really represent Cameroon. So shout out to my brother Achu Nomad. You're doing wonderfully well, bro. You're doing wonderfully well. So small news we got come say the pikin don't die. That may be even my focus, because finally you see not just rumors, not just not just prank and this and that. You know, nowadays this generation they'll do anything for the likes, for the views, for the whatever, to trend, to go viral and stuff like that. It was finally debunked. Nothing happened with that picking. I'm not even calling him because it don't make any sense. But the reason why I decided we'll talk about this today now, the whole idea of doing things because you want to go viral, the whole idea of doing things because you want to have comments and likes and shares, the whole idea of doing certain things, because you want just trend, the whole idea of doing certain things because. And nowadays, even when you do something, for instance, like me, I'll make a post. I'm actually serious about the post. I'm actually trying to point out something. I'm actually trying to push out an idea, But guess what? Some people will just can say, oh, you find comments, you find likes, you find this, you find that. Sometimes I look at them, I'm like, well, and if you blame you, I'll blame the fact that so many other persons don't do it because they look for likes and comments and this and that. So it did normal for you. With that said, I want to just let you know, me, Nasako, we, for Toridey, we will never put out anything because we are looking for likes and comments and shares. And if we wanted that, we know exactly what to do. If I want views, if I want, I know exactly what I can do to get all of those things. But guess what? I don't get that time. I don't get that time. I know what I'm looking for, and I'm already getting what I'm looking for. So why would I want to do this or that's not me. I believe so much in working hard, being disciplined, and being consistent. I believe so much. Anything I want, all I need to do is write it down and map out a plan on how to get there. If my plan one fail, I find my plan B. My plan B no work, I find my plan C until the plan will take me to where they go. So if you're one of those persons who actually sometimes you feel like, okay, it's important or it's needful for you to do some stupid thing so you can go viral, and then when you go viral, you get that attention, and then when you get that attention, you start developing and I will do what you want to do. I'm not one of them, and I don't even think it's a good idea. I did topic who want to talk about that now. I really like the topic. I really like the topic because it's about culture. There is this rise, um there's this emancipation from this, okay, this is not who I am, this is who I am. And like there is this love for culture that is actually spreading like wildfire in our community. And to be honest with you, I just feel like I needed to talk about it. You see every manner from every country, no matter how small the day in number, no matter how small their village they, no matter how insignificant the people, if you feel say the people in day, everyone is trying to push their culture out there. Everyone is trying to talk about them. Everyone is trying to say things about them, do things about them. Everyone is trying to do something. Everyone is trying to do something to just project who they are to the world. And I think I like it. I think I like it. You see, this person comes out today, dance their country dance, and push them out there. A brother, they friend, they do. We don't discover them. You see, the other person come, and I feel like this is something we should do, especially for those of us in the diaspora. There is no reason you should go 1 week. Inside every 1 week, you interact with at least 100 or 200 persons a week. They not come out with how we come out. What are you doing to sell our beautiful culture to these people? The only reason somebody will disrespect you, the only reason somebody will look down on you, the only reason somebody will look at you like person will not get value. Now, because you yourself, you never take your time for present yourself as value for that person. You never take your time for present yourself or how you come out as something valuable to these persons. That's the only reason why the only reason for them to treat you like you're nothing, like you're trash, like you're shit. So if we take our time every day, we'll go out. Say, you know what? Every day I'll go out, I will tell one person about Cameroon. I will tell one person about the Morocco people. I will tell one person about the Anglophones. I will tell one person about Africans. Every time we go out, if every day you just make 5 minutes of your time for educate somebody about where you're coming from, you realize, say, in 365 days, you would have spoken to at least 300 persons. You would have educated at least 300 persons. Now, just imagine, so for some reason, the people then go for the Sunday, they want to talk about Cameroon, they decide to know, I will educate you guys because someone actually educated me about Cameroon. That is how in 2, 3, 4 years, it will spread like wildfire, and then people will start looking differently. One of the best things that happened during COVID for me, now the fact that people were locked in their houses with their phones and an internet, they know if you go any side, so they had enough time to go online and look at things and do research and ask questions and look at stupid things. Look at Nigeria today. Look at all the popular comedians we have, all the popular whoever they will get them for Nigeria. Most of them actually rise now during that time of COVID. Because during COVID, people were stuck in their houses, people were locked in their houses, had nothing to do but just food and water and their family. After I don't talk for your home and talk for your home and talk for your, it was close to 8 months to 1 year. After you don't talk for your woman, talk for your pikin, you go tire. At some point in time, you go for your phone. After you finish look Cameroonian music, then one day you just say man look Ghanaian music. One day you just say man, and also people take and educate themselves about the war. I bet you after COVID, the way the world be dey look Africa, it changed drastically. Because people were locked up in their houses, people were locked up in certain places, and they were creating content and putting out there, entertaining people, showcasing Africa and showcasing stuff. And then people where they don't ever know things about Africa, or people that they only know about Africa from traditional TV, where they show them a garbage. They start be like, oh, really? So this is it? So this is, and also things they start change. So I feel like we're going to take a step notch. This time around, we're going to be intentional about educating the world about who we are. Whether not by the way you eat, whether not by the way you dress, whether not by the way you talk or whatever, don't feel too bad about your accent. Yeah, if you talk for some person, you want me the person understand you, but you're not going to break your accent completely because you struggle for pass across a mission or because you struggle to talk for some person. Now, more take and say, yeah, you because you need to communicate, you need to speak for language so the person can understand. But at least at some point in time, find way educate these persons about who will you be, who you come out, how what people think, and all of that. You never know. You can be that missing person. You can be that person where all these other communities they find them for place an essential role to take the world to a better place. Cut a long story short, I am so happy with the way people are embracing who they are, embracing their culture. Not only doing that, but also doing everything possible to push their culture out there to the world. To push who they are out there to the world. Mike Monster. For those who don't know, first of all, Mike Monster is my brother. And one of the most talented artists of this time, one of the most consistent persons, creators of this time. One of those artists where every time I look at him, every time I listen to his music, every time I listen to something that he's doing or some project he's working on, or the way he thinks and whatever, I'm like, wow, I can't believe this young man is smarter than me. I can't believe this young man is this smart and things like that. The way he carries himself and everything. I remember so many years ago, he was one of the very first persons we had on Toridey for an interview. And wonderful interview. I remember I came like 2 or 3 hours late to that interview. But he was patient. He stayed there, waited for me. Back then, I was nothing. I was just starting to read it. No man even know to read it. But he, at least he even get one or two songs that will be the trend for Kumba and Boya and Bamenda and all that places. So he was actually considered a small star already. He began one music video. Man, he began one music video online. You understand? He was popular. He already know people like Jovi and things like that. But he was so patient, waited for me. We scheduled the interview for the next day. She don't talk. I think one of the best pictures now I even get time for remind me of Sawadi come out. Sometimes I just go to my folders and I look at those pictures. I just solo spit and I just thank God for the progress. Um, to be honest with you guys, Mike Monster is one of the artists that you want to listen to his songs. He need just do music because I want to do music. He do every song. He's a rap artist, but every song he does is deeper than you even think. If you listen again and again and again and again, if you go listen to his albums, listen to his EPs, listen to all his projects, especially when you start listening to his stuff generally, like everything about him, you start even realizing they connect. The music connect with that other music connect with this one. Like he's one of those artists that gives me almost everything I need. Like no matter the emotion I want to put myself in, there's a Mike Monster song you can listen to and it can just get you up. I don't want to talk about songs like this. I don't want to talk about songs like if I blew, till I blow. I know if you wait till I blow, blow. I don't want to talk about fear. I know he has a lot. I don't want to talk about Johnny. I don't want to talk about Luca Lokitu. I don't want to talk about another man they work and another man they chop. You know, if it be not me, cause I come here with my gut. I see come Yeah, so when you have time, not only go listen to a song where you come out with drop an adulthood, a song where they actually just paint a picture of this whole adulthood thing, right? You know, most of us grew up to start feeling like adulthood is a scam. So your parents they born you, bring you up, and then they start to prime you turn adult, so they can just kick you away and just live their life, enjoy their life, waiting for when they get old and you're successful, so you can start taking care of them. So go listen to a new song, Adulthood. It's deep. The message is just wonderful, like always. The final topic for today: strong women, big women, successful women. Now, I I work with women a lot. I and I've noticed something. The very few, if you look at very well, the women, the way they really work towards changing the world, the women, they really push towards building our communities, the women, the way they really invest time for see things that be better for you, for me, for our picking them, for you notice that most of them are single women. Either they don't marry, they divorce, or they never even married at all, but maybe they get a picking, or they don't be into a relationship and things like that. If you look at the most successful women, they will get out of community. Um, Most of them technically are not married. Technically are. So I started asking myself the question of, okay, what is happening? Is it like most of them they do that because they compensate for, okay, that man mass away no day, or maybe that picking no day, or that marry no day, or now see these women them now just that few they don't decide, you know what, we'll break away from that chain of, okay, because I don't marry it kill my dream, because I don't marry it shut me down, because I don't marry it limit me, because I don't get picking them. And if you really do what you want do for enhance humanity, for enhance the world, for build, for help people, they build careers and stuff like that. Is that what is actually like? Look at if you really look and bend and look and find. I know it's what they talk. Most of the women who are actually doing and pushing and doing things, most of them not married, or they don't marry, they don't divorce, or. Is it some kind of sign that we men we're actually pushing down our women? We are not supportive enough to allow them really like live their dream. Is it possible that we are not really doing what we're supposed to do to help them to where they are supposed to be? Is it possible, say, we the men now, we be actually this woman, them, their dream killers? Because hate it or love it, it's out there. I don't want your call names. But if you go online, if you look at the people, the way the woman, they really do things, they push again and again, and you see them in boardrooms, you see them in places, you see them. These are women who are not married. So maybe we'll just start premium all the women they divorce, maybe the women they don't ever marry, so we'll get more women the way they want to do things in the community. Because to be honest with you, when a woman wants to invest in a community, when a woman decides I am going to invest in building my community, they take it to another level. They take it to a better level. They take it to a bigger level. Women, what they do and they say, no one do, what they do and they say, the woman they know and they do them so well. I was just thinking, I was just contemplating, I was just like, okay, you know what did really happen? We'll talk about them here today. If a person get anything, if he had anything, if he talk about them, anything if you add up, anything if you talk about them, let me know. But yeah, now the story then now the news and now we may see the trend today where I want to talk about them. Number one, Akere Muna and a gang of lawyers actually filing a petition at the Constitutional Council try to challenge the Biane they exist. Cameroonians, if you go for polls, for go vote, person they never see for the past how many months. Person they strongly believe saying it exists. It's simple. May come out can defend, or may come out can show and say it exists, and then they'll go vote and things like that. And during that claim, Michelle Doki talks until it shocked me. He say, correct me if I'm wrong though. I need the quote here. I'd probably just something in the line of president of Cameroon, in whom my name na Cameroonian, I know get a Cameroonian nationality. I don't know if they're born for France, if come on France, can marry Bia. I don't know me how it happened. I don't know, but sometimes there is no smoke without fire, right? When these people start saying these things, you want to go check and find if you get some small witty for back. The other two we don't talk about now about the Cameroonian woman who died for Arizona for house E1 for the 3-year-old. I think his name is Jean. I think a francophone woman because the person be cry for background, be crying now, they talk in French, he talk for French. and this and that. You start to ask yourself question, maybe the first person you don't die for house, and especially person in their 40s. Most of the times you see they be married, they don't divorce, they stay early. Them most of their picking the day they begin early one picking with woman don't take them or master don't take them. Most of their family day. How can somebody die in their house? You get to that place where they almost decompose before people they can't see them. So they no be get no friend way if he call them for morning, call them for afternoon, call them for because like me, sometimes I don't come monitor, I don't get like how many text messages. If I don't respond, they will start call me. Just the evening, innocent don't call me, say, hey, what's happen with your phone and this and that. Now only today, oh, my phone get problem. Early one and how many hours ago, it already realizing my phone get problem. You understand? So what it happen? And to an extent also, if we ask people, we tell people, or if we question people, them like, what to be a relationship with the community? Are you the kind of person who is that, oh, I don't get me time, they be me. You just do your thing with your corner. You don't call persons, you don't text them, you don't return calls, you don't return text messages, you don't go out to hang out with people, you don't do anything in the community. If that's the case with you, it's not a fair thing, it's not a fine thing, it's not a good thing to do. Man be island. I think that's the reason why after God make Adam, he look the idiot, look and say, you know what, man, make you human. He make human. And then he be realize it is so if you just make human, you understand? If you realize God be realize if you just make human, put something for human where they attract man and put something for man where they attract woman, they will probably just go their separate ways. The man will just go for east, the man go for west, and then they don't ever be. No, he put something for them too. Something for the man way go make the man this thing wake up, and then the man go one. You understand? Put something for that man own skin way. It go make the man thing wet, and then it will be like, and then make the man put it in inside man. And that is it. That was the magic. So technically, what nature has shown us is human being get for always make sure say it live with persons. It not must be your immediate community. It not must be say Bukabe Cameroonian, there must be a Cameroonian, or Bukabe African, there must be an African. No. One of the things I've even decided year one over fulfill them, but I still get it in 2 or 3 months. Now say I want to make friends with at least 10 to 20 white persons, people from out of my community. I need to get friends who are Caucasians and things like that. I want to go to their events. I want to bring them to my event. Sometimes we do a Cameroonian event and you have 500 people, you don't get one white person. That is racist as we are. Yeah, that is wrong. So we 500 will be for event. No one man no invites your one white friend to the friend camp. Something wrong are we know them. Another thing we talked about now, Stephanie Toom. We talked about Stephanie Toom, a project where some person download them for YouTube and go broadcast and for the whole Bamenda. So TV channel. So Stephanie Toom, an actress, a producer, a director, has done so many films, so many wonderful films. Go check her out if you never ever do them. So online, she was actually explaining and talking and crying about her project. Where some TV station don't download them and then go broadcast them. Another TV station is for write a formal letter or reach out to her and apologize. They just go right then as on their team for Facebook and then just talk for this. Say, oh, we struggle for promote you, not promote you. Either you be house, and then some man can, or you buy land, and then some man go be house for this. Say, oh, I be one just struggle for make that land, that land valuable and this and that. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. It's called copyright infringement, and you can go to jail for that or pay crazy amount of money for that. We'll talk also about what border them for 2016, between 2016 and 2025. What border the way, especially those of them for diaspora, we now them be they will forefront for the chaos we happen for our community. Now them be give orders, now them be appoint D1 general, D1 lieutenant, D1 colonel, now them be they autotone them. Now them be the decision makers. Now them be the people they tell some of we say, oh, you know, ever pass for Cameroon, oh, you know, we no one ever see Hokumba. Oh, you never pay your tax this, you never pay this, that. Oh, they were so bold, they were so fearful. They were fearful or fearless. I think they were fearless. I think that's the word. Because they need fear no nothing. Yeah. They were so bold, so strong, so authoritative. So there be no sin at them. However, some of them don't move away from that rubbish. Some of them don't move away from that stand. They don't believe, say, okay, now one come home with the way forward and this and that. But my question now, don't they think they should do a formal apology? You know, if you just cross carpet, so no. You know if you terrorize people, intimidate people, maltreat people, disrespect people, and do all these crazy things, they hurt people so bad. And then when you don't decide, you don't say, okay, all two will be done, be fine. You know, do not form an apology. No, nothing. One day work you nyeti. You can't enter for group. And then more live for you, more end. No, you need to work that way. At least just get a courtesy for even write a formal apology, post on social media, or do a formal video apologizing to the people. And make sure for that video, you talk all the atrocities on do them. Talk all the bad things on do them. Call out the people the way want to be joined, do all the thing them. Explain where you are wrong because you be do them, and then now apologize, and then now leave them. We decide whether one way call you back for community. Remember, that's what I promise you. Say some of you don't ever go back for Cameroon. When we get down an imaginary country, we have already been on Facebook. So what if we do say no ever come back? We never ever talk to Bukono get no right. The country they are right, just like them are right. But at least we feel say because we don't cross online and they hurt people in a very, very bad way. One of the very good things that we do as a community for grow, for heal, now for say make that people they apologize formally. Go for that family, the one that don't hurt and who go apologize for them formally. If possible, put up some suggestions for make amends. Yeah. So we talked about that. We talk about a toy situation where some people they feel say minister one come to minister one Tanganji a tow, but you know we work. We talk about MVT where they come for Ohio. If you get chance, try for before they are the biggest Cameroonian event for diaspora. I need to ask them man at the town, and the one year go be bigger than the one last year. The one next year will probably be bigger and bigger. Like it's just growing and growing. And like I said earlier, for me, this event is not just about people who are 35 and above coming together to play soccer. Men who are 35 and above coming together to play soccer. No. It is one of the biggest places where you can network. For any career where you want to think of the world, you'll find somebody who is doing it and is doing it at the top. So you don't get no reason why you want to miss them. Besides that, besides NVT, there is the Oroko convention where you go on for corner. Oroko are the best people who get them from Africa, who get them for this one. If you want to enjoy culture, attend Oroko convention. We'll talk about fake news about comedians they say die. We'll talk about the rise of people loving their culture, promoting their culture, pushing their culture out there, and just celebrating where they come from, which is something we've always wished for, which is something we've always wanted, which is something we've always or always advocate for. Now, the only challenge I get about that, Nassim, we don't build a community where if some person can say, oh, I'm proud of Oroko, the best people on earth. So other man do the for society vex why you talk to Oroko are the best people on earth. You technically insult you, say their own tribe not be important. I think we'll have that conversation someday. I think we want to talk about that someday. The fact say when you be proud about who you be, some people they take on the wrong way, and then they start feel like they're going to despise you or that kind of thing. You know, I remember the other day, I actually made a post and I pointed out three situations where Cameroon always triumph over Nigeria. I point out the fact that Nigerians they support Manchester United, but Cameroonians they play for it. It's a victory for Cameroon. And then they try to coach Nigerians. I just tell them, say, hey, we are so blessed now. Now they really invest time for supporting team and this and that. But now we're picking the play for the one and Jemba, one and Onana, one and Buemu. You understand? That was all I was saying. So, oh, I remember when we would go up, they say Cameroon, Nigeria, Bakassi, we see military people they pass all the time. Bakassi. And then finally, Cameroon go for court, go win Bakassi. That was a victory for us. You understand? I think the other Insta one site I'm again a Nations Cup. I think 2000. If you didn't Ghana, Nigeria, inside Nigeria, we win Nigeria inside Lagos for that Nation Cup. I just cite that three instances and they say, hey, Cameroon always be successful over Nigeria for these three instances. Hey, so they coach Nigeria. Oh, Africa is one. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Bro, that way Nigeria is the coach Pobi, I say, no, all and they did that as a Cameroon and they stupid. That way Nigeria is a copy images of our presidential candidate, them. The blog about that, they do all those things about who complain. Me and River, she don't complain because at the end of the day, they have an opinion, that's their opinion. But like you get as the day now, Cameroon and they say they want push the narrative, say at the insult Nigeria. I will never. All I was saying is These are some instances. If you be Cameroonian, I do feel like we are nothing. We never ever get some instances where you feel be proud of. These are some instances where Cameroon actually triumph over the big. For that my post, I even talk for they say if we want go now for fighting on a war, wait, Nigeria for surely crush we. But because we were smart enough, we decided to go to the court, and that was how we had our opportunity or our chance, and we beat them. Cameroonians, they're like you and me. Oh, you don't crush Nigeria. Oh, da. Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, now be okay though. I don't forget me time for that one. Yeah. So the rise. I was just talking about it to MVC Oracle Commander. Yeah. Yeah. So the rise of culture. Mike Monster song. We'll talk about Mike Monster. He don't just drop some song. Mike Monster just come up with drop his song Adulthood. Wonderful piece. Like most of the other songs they don't do. If you be some person will like music, good music, music with deep, music will get meaning, music will stay, we will last longer than you ever think. You want to follow Mike Monster, you want to listen to his songs. Extremely talented, very, very good example for community. A kid who came from nothing and decided to use music for transform not only life, but for life for his friends and family and things like that. And one of my favorite artists, not be only for Cameroon, not be only for Africa, but worldwide. I don't think so. I'll name three artists. I don't name Mind Monster. Not just because he does good music, but because of the way he carries himself, because of the things that he do. You know, easy to see some young man. No, if they never even stand for down, it don't start the hell different people. Them, you don't support the hell this. They make foundation. They send picking over school. They do all of these things. Those are the kind of leaders we need. Leaders who get to a spot and then they feel like we need to drag some persons up. Leader who gets to the top and they feel like, no, I need to share everything I have also with other persons. Mike Monster is one of them. A good reason why I'll encourage you to go listen to his songs, buy his albums, do everything you can do to support his projects. That way, it will in turn give more for our community. We'll end out with this strong woman, big woman, successful woman, palava. It's common in our community. If you see a very, very successful woman, most of the times they are not married. You see a very extremely successful, whether it's career-wise, business-wise, or whatever, most of the times either they were married or they're divorced and things like that. If you want to go look, most of the times, people they run foundation, they run this, create jobs and this, and most women them when they do other things, them you see them flying around there in boardrooms here, boardroom there, this, and most of them are not married or they were married and they divorced. So the other question I want to ask myself, now, okay, maybe they a man picking them, now dream killers them. Most of the women they see them, they male say they know they do anything, and because their men they probably don't want me to do anything. Maybe their men they don't interdict, they don't, hey, if you do this, I don't want. Oh, if you go, oh, and things like that. Is there a way we can actually see how men they feel relax more, so many women because when woman want build, to be honest with you guys, it's completely different from the way men build. And when women want to build, they do it with their entirety, as in with their heart and body and everything where they get at. That was Allo Toridey. I'll see you now on the next one, probably on Monday or Tuesday. Like I said, Allo Toridey for me in that segment where we get together and we talk about things that are happening in the community, things that have happened or things that might happen. You understand? Either over the week or over the weekend, or I don't know. Sometimes we'll talk about topics and I just give my opinion on, like today we talk about strong women, we'll talk about we'll talk about strong women. So sometimes some things it will just be an opinion. Maybe with time we'll feel open line, we'll give people a chance for call, contribute and things like that. But that was it for today on Allo Toridey. Share the video. If there was something I said that was not right, correct me. If there was something I said that made a little bit of sense, go ahead, pick that one and then run with them. Now, the one that you're going to show people them for community, say how. I don't see that Toridey in new segment. I don't see that Toridey in new Toridey do am. Toridey the killer. Toridey not that. Yep, that is what you should do. Now, when we do two, you know, find we one wrong with them.